welcome everybody, first of all, and thank you all for coming to this. This workshop this morning is part of a new initiative our Industrial Liaison Program has launched, as Tron mentioned, called Startup Exchange. The idea here is to link the large network of highly innovative major companies from around the world, many of which are invested in MIT, with the startup ecosystem of MIT in the surrounding area. And so the idea is to foster, through a set of mechanisms, including this workshop, but our platform for opportunities, our major conference series as well, to foster this interchange of the large companies with the startup ecosystem around here, as large companies increasingly look to the small companies as a vector for capturing innovation and bringing that into the large companies. Of course, the large companies have the scale and the distribution to really have a big impact to help commercialize inventions that do come out of MIT. And that's really part of a strategy MIT has embarked on. Our president, Raphael Reif, some months ago announced a new innovation initiative at MIT with the goal of accelerating the time between invention and commercialization. And so, as many of you know, there are a whole series of activities at MIT in this space: the Deshpande Center, the Martin Trust Center, Lemelson, various awards and business plan competitions, and so on and so forth. And so the idea is, how can we harness all of these efforts to have more of an impact? And this is our way within the Industrial Liaison Program to foster that strategic objective for the Institute. This workshop, and I want to commend Tron for a tremendous effort here to launch this program. We've been in pilot for a year. We formally launched it in January. This will be our last workshop of this kind for this academic year, and then we'll start up again in the fall. But I've been really impressed by the people voting with their feet, coming to these workshops and participating in our programs, and we're just delighted to see that occur. Any suggestions you have on how to make this a more useful platform, I'd be very interested in hearing. As I say, we're going to be continuing to do that, these workshops in the coming academic year, and also intend to launch something similar to this in Northern California, probably in the January-February timeframe, 2016. So see if we can take this on the road a little bit and work some other geographies. Well, with that, I'll just stop. And again, thank you all for coming. Appreciate particularly all of the ILP member companies for participating in this program. I see many of you here, delighted to see that. I want to thank some of the speakers to come. I don't know if they're in the room yet, but Professor Van Vliet will be here later today. Brian Anthony, there's Brian, welcome, good to see you. And Elizabeth Reynolds. Is Elizabeth here? Not yet. Probably recovering from our Sao Paulo conference, I think. But also at this point, let me introduce the Vice President for Factory Automation from Robert Bosch Company, Scott Hibbard. Bosch is a tremendous partner of MIT, a leading company, as many of you know, with an international presence. And Scott, we're delighted that you were able to join us here today to talk about how Bosch views automation going forward. Thank you for being here.